Hi everyone, this is Makai Costin with the Athletes section. Today we have a special guest who plays women's basketball for the Clemson University team, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Bella Ranallo.
Bella is a sophomore guard for the Tigers, and she's a Chicago, Illinois native, and she is also currently studying psychology, right?
Yes.
Nice. All right, well, let's get into it. So I saw that you played volleyball at one point and also travel softball along with basketball. So can you kind of just walk me through that journey of playing all of those sports, but then also what made you stick with basketball as your main sport?
Yeah, so growing up, I was very focused on softball. And then with like middle school and then going to high school, I kind of just played volleyball for the school. And then I only played basketball for like a little travel program and school. But like softball, it was my favorite sport for like the longest. And I played those three. It was like when one season's end, the next one started, and it was like back to back to back. So I was always doing something. So I was always ready.
Yeah, always at
And and then going into high school, I still was playing travel softball. And then I started playing softball for the high school, and then I was playing travel basketball for the high school, and then just volleyball for the high school. So it was a lot, but freshman year, I was kind of like still leaning towards like I want to play softball in college. And then after my freshman year in like high school, like all that changed. I was like, I want to play basketball in college. Like, if I could play both, like that'd be sick. But like, I was more leaning towards basketball, and then I just started going to more like recruiting stuff and like focus more on travel basketball and put like both feet into it. And then I'm here now.
Wow, the rest is history.
Exactly.
Nice. Do you have, or did you have at that time a certain softball or basketball player that you looked up to that kind of like drove your decision to choose one sport over the other?
um the main like thing that decided me was my teammates in basketball. Like for on my high school team freshman year, like the teammates and like the people I looked up to on my team, they just kind of like showed me the love of basketball more and more, and I was like, I don't know if I could do life without it. Kind of like I just love it so much, and then it kind of just pulled me closer and closer to it.
Wow, that's really special. I during on your social media pages, it always shows you just always with a smile on your face, having fun with your friends, your teammates, and every sport that you're doing. How important is it for you to kind of develop a bond on every team that you've been on and then also keep that going? Like, how important is that for you and how do you start it?
I mean, it's so important. Like my teammates are my best friends. Like even from high school, I still talk to almost all of my teammates. Like we inside in season or out of season, like we would be hanging out. So it was just like and like travel, like those are my lifetime best friends.
Right.
So it's just like very it means something to me so much because like they're always there for me no matter what. And like we just kind of like go through it together, like the tough times and like the great times. So it's just like that bond you create kind of just can't be broken.
Yeah.
And I just think it's like if you're like ever nervous to join a team or something, like I didn't know a single person on my softball team or basketball team, and now they're like my best friends. So like you just kind of have to put yourself out there, and like yes, it could be scary at times, and like you really are nervous and like don't know anyone, but like just putting yourself out there, it'll go a long way, and then have connections you don't know that could happen.
That's so true. Would you say you're more of an introvert or extrovert, or an introverted extrovert, or vice versa?
Um, I feel like at first I'm very like I don't kind of really want to talk to people. I'm not gonna like go my way, but like once you know me, like I'm very out there
I feel
and
that.
like will say my opinion or like will like talk. So just kind of like once I break my shell, like I kind of get out there more.
Yeah, that's good. That's how I feel like I am, and how I guess a lot of people are like that. There's people I know who are just off the bat. They're, you know who they are. That's who they act like. And it's
Yeah.
quiet. But then there's like us who are just in between. Like when you first see me, you might think I'm quiet. You might think I'm just standoffish. But when you really get to know me,
it's wrapped.
Set me up. But I love that. That's really special. It's like, just a surprise. You never know what you're going to get, but in a good way. So
yes,
that's good. I also saw that you had 3 siblings. What number are you in that? And how was it growing up playing sports? Did they also play sports, or how's that dynamic?
Yes. So I have 2 older brothers, and then it's me, and then my younger sister. So, I mean, still now, I look up to my brothers and my sister, but like more I looked up to my brothers because they're older than me.
Right.
I always wanted to be like them. I wanted to play the sports they played, all the stuff. Both of my brothers play baseball in college, and my younger sister is still in high school, but she plays volleyball right now.
Okay.
And softball.
Hey,
So,
you're your footsteps.
Yes, sports all around, so it's kind of just like, we're going to this tournament with my brother, and then this tournament this weekend with me. So I feel like they kind of made me the athlete I am today. Like, we would be outside playing basketball, and my brothers would like tag team and like get to me. So I'm like trying to like be feisty and like trying to like beat them and stuff. So that's for sure. They have made me to the person I am today and like how I play and hold myself to be.
That's very sweet. I love that. I also, I have a lot of siblings. I'm the oldest, and I have 8 siblings, and all played sports. The youngest is 3, so I'm 20 years older than the youngest. But all of us have been a really big sports family, and for the longest, it was just me and then my brothers, and then because I really wanted a sister, it was just me and 3 boys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all they want to do is fight and play, and they're just gross. But I really enjoyed playing sports with them. Like if they were playing basketball outside or like during a baseball around, I would try to go in. I'm like, that's for boys. Get over there. Get out.
Yeah.
But it was always fun, and I always wanted to like just do it, not just because they was doing it, and also because I just wanted to be active, and I love being like in a sport and just saying, okay, I did this, I did that. Even basketball is something I took from them. I wasn't very good, but it was something that I enjoy watching them play and excel in. So I definitely get that. Just kind of like competing, like friendly competition with your siblings, and kind of like just making each other better and watching them grow into the athlete they are. So that's really special.
Yeah.
I love that. And do your brothers, are they in college as well, or do they play sports just now, or?
Yeah, so my brother Anthony, he's a 5th year and he plays baseball at Coe College. It's in Iowa. And my other brother, he is a junior and he plays baseball at Rhodes College in Memphis.
Okay, nice. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I was like, sorry I'm not playing softball, but
there's a tradition going.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess maybe you could play rec or, just for fun when you go home at times, maybe.
Yeah, my aunt's in like a little like softball league. So she asked us over the summer, me and my brother's like, hey, like we need some people, you guys want to join? I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
That's so neat. That's really neat. I want to join an adult softball league. I love watching all sports, but when I was in school, I loved going to the softball and baseball games as well. And it just made me want to go play softball again.
Yeah.
Just like maybe like an adult league and just for fun, a church league or something like that for fun.
Exactly.
It looks pretty fun. You have a good time out there. So let's talk about your commitment journey. I know you said after a while you kind of decided that basketball was a sport that you wanted to play. After that, and you started attending events and recruiting events, how was your journey going through commitment? And then also, did you always want to play D1 in college for any sport that you partake in?
Yes, going D1 is definitely like the dream. And like when I was like in high school, my mom like had us make like vision boards. And so it's kind of like something you make like before the new year, and you kind of like post, like we went through newspapers like, oh, if you want this, like post on your board. So I like remember looking back because my mom like kept them, and it was like to play D1 basketball, and I was like, this is kind of crazy, like that actually here and stuff like that. So that kind of just like opened my mind, like just so thankful for this like opportunity and everything.
Yeah.
And just like during the recruiting process, like I kind of committed late, like, and kind of like started things very late because I fully like went into, I've always did like travel basketball, but like wasn't fully like committed to it till like my sophomore year of high school, which is kind of like a little later than people now.
Right.
So I feel like just like doing everything like later and like contacting coaches was very tough, and I kind of like saw other people like committing earlier, and it kind of like was like I feel like, should I be doing this right now, like to get coaches' attention or like different things like that, but kind of just knowing that God had a path for me and stuff like that. So then I went to a couple camps, even though it was a little too late, and I'm here. So
Nice. Wow. And what ultimately led to your decision to choose Clemson?
I had lots. Well, at first I had like top colleges I'd be like, this would be a dream to go to. So it was definitely on that. And then I had lots of AAU tournaments here. So always like doing the AAU tournaments, my mom and I would like go around to like different colleges to just go visit them. So we visited Clemson like about like 2-3 times. And then my AAU coach contacted my coach, and she's like, come down to the camp. So then I came down to the camp, and then I just like instantly fell in love with it. I'm like, gosh, like it'd be a dream to go here.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
That's really great. Well, and you're enjoying it now, I assume?
yes, I love it here.
That's so good. I'm so glad. Was it an adjustment transitioning from Illinois to South Carolina?
100%. I'm very a homebody. And like I need to be with my family, my siblings, my dogs, so that was very tough.
Yeah.
But having basketball and like having stuff to do was good to like just like escape from that, like feeling of being like homesick and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, the warmer weather here was amazing too.
I hear that a lot. Everyone's like, I just want to go down to the South and be around the warm weather. I'm the opposite. I don't like the South weather. I cannot do it. But I can say people appreciate it because it's kind of like a nice balance sometimes.
Exactly. Like it stays too hot here for too long.
Yes.
Like when it's fall time, it needs to be fall. Like it keeps on going like 80s to 50s. I'm like, can we just chill at like
what do
50
I wear
60?
at this point?
Like I'm wearing leggings and I'm sweating outside, but it was a jacket weather yesterday. So
I literally was complaining about that a few days ago. I was like, I have my coat out. Like I'm over here. Like, okay, let me make sure I have some leggings and turn the car heat on and all that. And the next day I'm like, okay, so let me go get my short sleeve shirt. Let me just go ahead and get my fan out. Like what's going on? I cannot stand that. I hate that so much. It's just so
yeah.
But yeah, dang. Well, do you visit home often?
Any chance that like we have off, I'll go home, see my sister, parents, dogs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So the Clemson women's basketball team posted you when you scored your first point as a Clemson Tiger. Tell me about that whole moment and everything that was going through your mind during that time.
Yeah, so we were on our Thanksgiving Thanksgiving tournament. And my parents actually and family came down and stuff. And I really didn't know if I was going to go in or whatever. But it was our last game of like the season or of the Thanksgiving tournament. And my coach was like, all right, like Belle and Kylie, like get in, which is the other freshman. And I'm like, oh, I'm a little nervous. Like, what? And my teammate just threw up the ball, and I just made my three. Like, I was so nervous I couldn't even see at this point, too. So I was like, wait, that went in? Like, what?
Wait a minute.
And then, yeah. And, of course, my family left before that game because it was like a 3-day thing because they had a flight. so they miss it. They're like, how did I miss that? Like, that's crazy. But I was like, just check Instagram.
I feel like that always happens. I feel like we do our best. Like, my mom always says, because my siblings run track, and as soon as she's recording and she's there, they're doing okay. They do subpar. But then when she puts the camera down, all of a sudden they get a PR. They're over here crossing the finish line. She's like, how come every time I pick up the phone that never happens?
Yeah, literally.
It is, but wow. At least they have it documented on Instagram. Because I definitely
exactly. Thank God for Instagram.
Right, exactly. Social media comes in handy sometimes.
Yes.
Wow, that's really neat. I know that was an exciting moment to just have scoring your first point out there, and I know the nerves just. Does it ever go away, like as you get more comfortable playing games and being around your teammates, or is it still kind of depending?
I feel like the nerves are always there. I mean, they just get smaller and smaller once you have, I guess, more confidence and stuff. But I feel like the nerves always play a little place in each game.
Yeah, I feel that. So your current coach now is Coach Poppy?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I pronounced it right. Okay, so Coach Poppy has taken over because last year was Coach Amanda Butler. So I saw an interview with him talking about how he wants to implement making sure y'all have fun during the games as well, because at the end of the day, it's a sport. So what new, I guess, things is he instilling in his program that you guys are kind of taking to pretty well?
One big thing is our culture. It's just like did a whole 360, like, or 180, I guess. But it's just so different, and just like how we are there for each other, like teammates, like my sisters, and just like we play for each other. Like we may not, like, yes, we're all new. Like I have 10 or 11 new teammates, but we all play for each other, and the coaches are just incredible. Mm-hmm. And just like doing the little things, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. So like knowing that and just like having fun with it.
Yeah.
Like in practices, we'll be playing some music. Like in practice, I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun.
Right.
Yeah. But just like the little things like that.
Yeah, that's very important because it's like, and I talk to a lot of athletes about this same concept, but yes, we're competing. Yes, we're trying to, win national titles and, do well in our sport. But at the end of the day, it is a sport. It's not like we're passing well, I guess it is a test in a way. But it's not like we're over here having to study for this test or like, it's a whole different era where you're still supposed to have fun with it. You're supposed to still enjoy yourself. You chose the sport or the sport chose you, and you're here to, shine and enjoy yourself at the same time. So
exactly,
it's definitely something that can be missed sometimes when you're in your own head. But that's nice that you have coaches to kind of like keep that aspect in there.
For sure.
I also saw that you have your own NIL merch. That's pretty cool. How does that come about? Do you help design it, or how does that work?
There's just like we have the like people like on just Instagram. There's different like companies that do it. Mm-hmm. So they're like, if you want to like work with me, blah blah blah. So they're just send me a couple pictures of like for media day or like playing practice, and then they just send different like layouts, and then you kind of just choose what you want, and then I'm like, I bet this works perfectly.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. So how is your life outside of basketball? I also saw that you play golf every once in a while.
Yeah.
And you also like to travel. So how is your life outside of basketball or on campus in general?
I mean, when we have our free time, I love a good like 9 holes. Mm-hmm. I go with my roommates and some people on the team. I'll like take different people if they want to go. But normally I just go with like my one teammate, my roommate, who's the manager. And whenever we have free time, we love to go and like just play for fun. And then we're getting a little like competitive when we do it. So I'm like, all right, like it's just for fun. Yeah. Like we all have to like calm down. But yeah. But I mean, I love just being outside and like doing stuff. Like if it's a nice day, we'll go to the lake, swim, or I go to Crumble Cookie a lot, like every week. Gotta try that out.
Nice.
But just, I love going outside and like doing stuff, and yeah.
That's great. Do you have a favorite crumble cookie flavor?
Oh, this is hard. It has to be a cold cookie.
Okay.
I do not like warm cookies. But it has to be like the blueberry like muffin one was really good.
That sounds good. I don't think I know I haven't tried that one. That sounds like something I would try. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crumble cookies hurt my stomach. I don't
No,
know.
they are so sugary and so many calories, but every week my teammate and I were like, we have to go test them.
You know?
Even though after we get them, we're like, we need to stop. Like, this is our last week, and then we just keep on going. So
I mean, that's a nice treat. That's like something nice to look forward to after a long week of practice and work and all of this.
Exactly.
Like, well, at least we know we're going to Crumble Cookie for a night. My sister has been trying to get me to go take her all month, and I still haven't taken her. I wanted to get the by the time this comes out, it's going to be like the end of November, but she wanted to get some of the October flavors, and I'm like, okay, we'll see. Maybe this week. Maybe we never just got around to it because she has a gift card I gave her, and yeah, we're gonna go at some point. She wants to go.
You gotta.
But I think I like their tres leches, the little cake.
Yeah.
Really good. But I think, which one is she talking? I think she said the little pink cereal milk one.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are you ever gonna like review them on your TikTok or anything?
Well, I was like, why don't we just make like an account and try them every week and then make profit off of that?
Right, you get sponsored, you know?
And then somehow we get free crumble cookies.
Here we go. You don't have to pay them.
I was like, exactly, we need to start doing this.
That'd be nice. I would definitely watch them. If I don't, even though I don't eat them, I watch them for some. They're just so entertaining.
Yeah, I know. They always pop up on my TikTok.
Yes. Wow, that is funny. But that's a really nice outing to have, though. Something great to look forward to.
Pickleball too.
Okay.
Love some pickleball.
How did you get into playing pickleball and golf? Is it something like were self-taught, or was it something that just happened?
I mean, my brothers play golf and stuff in the free time, so I kind of was like, oh, I kind of want to do golf, so I just kind of like they started taking me to the range, and I was like I've always like went to like Top Golf and stuff like that, but never really like played.
Yeah.
Like I started like a year or two ago, and then pickleball. I mean, that's just kind of like the new thing. My mom plays like every day with her friends. Yeah, it's like so 2 to 3 hours a day.
Wow.
So like my family go when we're all home and we like play against each other. So
okay, that's a nice little friendly competition.
Yeah, it gets a little intense sometimes.
I bet that's how me and my family are. I'm like, just playing for fun, but try to rack up the scores, see who's teammates, who's not doing the best. Gonna have to knock some people off the team. That's funny. Wow, that's fun. I want to pick up pickleball at some point because it does look fun. I've been meaning to try it, just haven't gotten around to it. But
yeah, it's a lot of fun
because they have their own like professional leagues and everything now too. So it's like serious.
Yeah,
really cool. So I saw the season schedule drop for you guys, and it's a pretty intense season. How do you feel about it, and what are some things you're looking forward to going into the season?
I mean, I'm excited. Like new team, new staff. Like I think we could do some great things.
For sure.
I just look forward to like seeing like how we all like work together and like how we play for each other, and like again just doing like those little things to then like going far. I mean, our goal is to make the tournament and everything, so just like doing everything we can and like everything we need to do for ourselves and each other to like get there, and just seeing that progress is just like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for sure. I believe so as well. Do you have a top goal or top 3 goals that you've set for yourself personally on and off the court?
On and off the court. I mean, on the court would be making the tournament. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Off the court, I mean, I want all A's in the classroom.
Okay, there we go.
And then one more.
It's hard. That third one is always the hardest. I'm like,
yeah.
what can go in that last slot?
I guess it's not really like a goal, but like just trying to have fun every day and like making the best out of everything.
Yeah, that's a good goal to have. And with getting all A's, how do you like psychology so far? Like, what made you want to choose that major?
Well, at first I wanted to go into like kinesiology and like exercise science, but Clemson actually doesn't have that. So then I was gonna go into health science, but I was like, no, this is like a lot. And then I was taking this psychology class, and like this, I kind of like this is interesting. Like I like this. So then I was just like, I'm going to major into psychology, like maybe be a sports psychologist or something.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where it's gonna go, but it all worked out.
Yeah, there's a lot of paths, especially like if you're trying to go into the sports field. I don't even know them all, but I know there's a lot of paths when going into like athletes in mental health and athletes in just like psychology. There's a lot of really interesting topics to talk about within sports and psychology combined.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of options for sure.
Yeah.
That's neat. So on your Instagram bio, you have a verse there, Isaiah 60:22. I want to make sure I wrote that right. And it talks about how the Lord will deliver in the right timing, and everything just kind of works in His plan. And you mentioned it earlier as well when it came to your recruiting and commitment. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you chose that specific verse and kind of what are some other things it related to in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up like I went to Catholic school through middle school and stuff. So just like knowing, like I've always seen lots of verses and stuff, and like I mean, you have the main ones that lots of people like use. But this one, it kind of just like one day I have this app on my phone that just shows verses, and it like popped up, and it just like, because in life I feel like I worry about the future and like what's going to happen and like why it doesn't things happen certain times it does. And I feel like that verse just kind of like reminds me like it's all in God's path. It's everything happens for a reason, so you kind of just like worrying about that won't go anywhere. But if you just put that hard work in, rather it be like wanting something to happen in classroom or basketball, like it's all going to work out in the end. So you just have to pray about it and know that God has the right path for you.
Yeah, amen to that. That's so true. I feel like that's an ongoing lesson. Not almost every athlete, but there's a lot of athletes I talk to who all have been going through that same thing in some way, shape, or form. And people in general, like that's something I always have to keep reminding myself daily when things don't go my way or when things take a detour. It's all in God's plan and all in God's timing.
Exactly.
You know, He knows what's best. He has a better plan than I can even imagine. So for sure, that's a really great verse to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer to time now, which is great. I mean, it's been a really fun conversation. My last question that I ask every athlete on here is, what piece of advice? It can be one, it can be three, up to how many pieces you want. But what's one main takeaway that you've learned in life that you want to apply to give advice for other athletes going through your same or went through your same situation?
I would just say what kind of like kind of talks about what the verse we just talked about, but like everything happens for a reason. So like not to worry and to compare yourself to others and think why this won't happen and just like put the hard work in. Like without if you put in the hard work and know every day that you tried your hardest and like push yourself to be the better person you were yesterday, like there's no doubt in my mind that like what your dreams you won't get there.
Right.
So it's just like knowing that the hard work you put in will take you somewhere, and know that there's always a plan and everything that will happen, that you just have to keep on working hard, because once you stop working hard, then that just like plan, like the plan is for the hard work and everything, so you just have to keep on going.
Right. That's so true. That's very true. Well, thank you so much for coming on here and talking to me and just telling your story. I definitely had a great time, and I hope you did as well.
Thank you.
Of course. So, where can the people find you on social media?
Bella Ranallo, BELLARANALLO.
Nice. Heard it here first. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.